My next guest is diving deep into the inspiring stories of individuals who found their true purpose by shedding the shame that held them back. I welcome back inclusive leadership expert and my friend Lindsey Mazza to The Source. Thank you for being on with me again, Lindsey.
Thanks, Kate. I'm so happy to be here.
And this is very exciting. I'm turning around and looking, hiding in plain sight. So we've got a bit of announcement here.
Yes.
You are going to be hosting a segment here on The Source called Hiding in Plain Sight. So tell me all about it.
Yeah, so Hiding in Plain Sight came to me as a concept months ago. I have a podcast under that title, and it's largely based on how I've lived my life, with the visible difference, not talking about it for my entire life, and I truly was hiding in plain sight. And when I decided to finally start to openly talk about my disability, my difference, I really found my purpose, and I know that that concept is applicable to everyone.
So for those who aren't familiar, you were a very successful lawyer for many years, chose to leave that profession and get into advocacy and speaking and hosting and all of the things.
Yeah.
But just tell me, what was that like in your previous career, and what were some of the injustices that you did see?
Yeah, so I was not only hiding in plain sight because I was putting myself in that position, but also because I wasn't being seen the way I needed to be seen within the profession. So the legal profession is not an inclusive one. It's very privileged. It doesn't accommodate people with disabilities or anybody that needs accessibility in a way that it should in 2025. So, my entrance to law school was a bumpy one. I was denied accommodations to write my entrance exams. The accommodations at law school were lacking, and then the profession itself was full of barriers. The courthouses are not accessible. So I realized that I've been this lifelong advocate for myself and other people as a lawyer, but that I needed to shift the subject matter that I was advocating about.
And what excites me is that since we've had you on The Source, you have done a number of speaking engagements. You've been on all, if not all, and soon to be all of the Canadian TV networks, podcasts, radio, you name it. So what would you say is the message that you want to share with not only our wonderful Niagara residents who are watching here on Kojiko, but for those who are tuning in from around the world, because I know your following is global?
Yeah. What I would say is that you can only show up as half of yourself for so long. And then you're presented with an opportunity of, am I going to really step into my power? And when you choose to do that, that's when life shifts for you, and that's when opportunities come knocking. And truly, the only thing that I did was I started to radically accept myself, and then everybody else did too. And we're in a time right now in this social political climate where my message is so much more important, and I'm here for it to fulfill my purpose.
Absolutely. And so with Hiding in Plain Sight and this segment that we are so excited to share on The Source, why don't you tell me a bit about your first guest, who you're going to have on?
Yes, so I'm so excited. So Deepika Sandhu, I met her right after I left law. She's a publisher. She's my publisher. I'm writing my book with her. And we're also doing a collaboration book called Hiding in Plain Sight. And she's one of the people that landed in my path once I decided to step into my purpose.
For those people who want to make a difference or who are maybe interested in being on your segment, how would they get in touch with you?
They can find me on Instagram or LinkedIn, and my website, lindseymazza.com, which will link them to everything. Just get in touch. Let's have a connecting call and see if it's a right fit.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see what comes of all of this and the Hiding in Plain Sight segment. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.